For all of our lives in the church world, we have been told sex is bad. Mm-hmm. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. And then you get married and you're told, now go do it. What if this idea of purity culture is destroying sex for young Christians as they get married? Welcome to the show, episode 120. I'm Matt, my beautiful wife, Monica, and we're going to dive deep into this one. There's an article that you came across that you sent to me talking about purity culture and what church teaches, especially singles, those who are dating, about sex.
Nothing. They teach us absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So
that is why sex is selling, because everybody wants to know what it is.
Yes, absolutely. And just for those of you who are listening, just ask yourself, have you ever heard these things before? Boys only want one thing.
Yeah.
I hate this one. For women have been told this. Don't cause the men to stumble. Save yourself. We've all been told that one. Good girls don't boom, 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 whatever that may be. Stay pure. Is that common in the church world?
Yeah.
Is that what young people are taught over and over and over again? Because essentially,
I don't think that they're taught that. It's you're told to do this. There is nothing being taught.
Complete on it. Yeah, totally. Nothing's
They're just
taught.
told, no, you can't do that. But they're never told why.
They're never told why. Ultimately, forever in the church, you're told, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, you're married. Now go do it. It's great.
But what am I supposed to do now?
And that's exactly what happens. So
People are watching YouTube to learn now.
Well, YouTube, which will turn into other things and get you down a path that you don't want to go down. Mm-hmm. But today we're going to break this down, and I'm just going to read exactly what it is that you sent me because I think it'll help bring some.
I know nothing past the first paragraph because I instantly got mad.
You did. You got mad. You're like, okay, we have to talk about this. It's very short, so bear with me here. But it says, what if I told you purity culture was never really about purity? Purity culture is a system that teaches girls their bodies are dangerous, distracting, and responsible for boys' thoughts. It tells women to cover up, shrink down, and carry the moral weight of male desire. Meanwhile, boys are often taught to guard their eyes without ever being taught to examine their entitlement, emotional immaturity, and distorted theology of sex. It polices her clothing, but rarely confronts his character. It shames her body, but excuses his lust. That is not holiness. This is misplaced responsibility. At its core, purity culture externalizes sin. It locates the problem in a woman's body instead of addressing the deeper issues of objectification, power, emotional oppression, and a lack of formation in men. And the fallout is real. Women grow up disconnected from their bodies. Men grow up disconnected from accountability. Shame replaces maturity, and fear replaces intimacy. We do not create healthy disciples by teaching girls to manage boys' impulses. We create healthy disciples by teaching men self-control, empathy, and respect. Holiness is not about hiding women. It's about forming men. If this resonates with you, the silence around this has lasted long enough. What do you think of that?
There are some things I agree with and a lot more that I don't.
All right, so let's start with what you don't agree with.
The cover up your body, girls, because if you don't, boys are going to look at you and start thinking bad things about you, and it's going to be your fault that they thought this way.
I mean, I totally agree. Yet, girls are told this.
Yes.
Girls are told, well, you better cover up. You better not dress like that. You better not show any skin whatsoever because then the boys are going to think dirty things about you.
Also, if you dress like that, you're asking for it.
Yep. Been told. All of those things have been said. Girls have been told those things, and I don't think it's fair.
No, it's not. Because all the people that are the ones who say that girls, you should not dress that way, you're asking for it. What are we asking for? What are we asking for? I was never one to hide anything. God blessed me with a lot of things that women pay for. Let's just say that. And I worked at Hooters. I knew I had some assets that were going to make me some money. I didn't work there to get stalkers or to get somebody wanting me because I worked at Hooters. I worked there because I knew I had the assets that would make me the money that I was wanting to make. So if I'm dressing that way, I'm not asking for anything. I should be like, yeah, girl, dress like that because you got the confidence to do it. I also know that growing up, when I was told that you don't need to be wearing those things, those were also the women who could never pull what I wanted to wear off. Now, I do think that there are a lot of people in the world that do not have full-length mirrors in their homes.
True.
And people in their lives that lie to them a lot, that they are wearing those things that they shouldn't. But that is not going to get the attention that people are making this purity thing out to be. I'm not asking to get raped. That's another thing. Because if you go out dressed like that, you're going to get raped. Why is that on me? Why is that on me? I'm not going out there to ask somebody, hey, rape me. Because one, you can't rape the willing, okay? Just because I'm flaunting my stuff doesn't mean that somebody else has the audacity to go, I'm taking her home tonight whether she likes it or not. Next.
I agree with about 99.9% of what you said.
What's the 1.01%?
The 0.1%. So yes, women are told, hey, don't dress like that because boys are, and everything you just went through. Now I think women should be able to wear whatever they want to wear, however they want to wear it. That is perfectly fine. Do what makes you comfortable, what gives you the self-esteem to be able to wear it. All good. That's where the men's side, you have to have self-control. Men have to be taught self-control, which we're not. That's one of the fruits of the Spirit, self-control. Who would ever thought about that? Something that has to be taught. Definitely, I agree with the article there to form men. I would say women don't need to go out everywhere they go wearing little micro bikinis that cover just their nipples and their hoo-ha.
Well, duh.
That's the 0.1% I'm talking about.
That is not walking out somewhere in confidence. That is extreme need of attention.
Yes, it is. And that's the area that I'm talking about. Is if you want to wear a lower cut shirt, by all means. You want to wear a dress? Absolutely. You want to wear a sexy dress with your husband to go out? Absolutely. If he's okay with it, you feel confident in it, you feel comfortable in it, by all means, do it.
Wait. What you just said, your words that you just spoke, are starting to agree with what you just read. But the opposite. Because you said, if your husband's okay with it.
Well,
whoa.
I will say, when you are married, I think it kind of goes both ways. And I think there's...
All right, if we go on both ways, let me tell you something right now, Mr. Matthew Powers.
Tell me.
This is going to just probably blow your mind. And I know that you don't know half the things that I say in my brain and all the things that have just ran through my mind. Mm-hmm. But here it is. You can't tell me that girls, just because girls dress all sexy, that it's our fault that the guys think like that. You think for 1 second when you are anywhere and I haven't seen you for a second and you walk in and I don't just drool over you and you aren't showing everything, all women need is to see what spot of that body that they like. Whether it's arms, butt, abs, legs, whatever. You tell me that they're not undressing men with their eyes the same as women? Guys are doing the women, even though that they are probably barely wearing anything? Girls are doing the same thing. So we're going to flip the role here. Just because a guy's not showing off whatever, every dude that's at the gym, I don't care whether you're married or single or have an attachment somewhere. Everyone is looking at everyone. And it might not be to judge them. It might to be see what this person's got going on that they might like. I have always said this to you. I think you are sexy as hell. And I still do drool over you. I even showed you a picture from that someone took of you at church. And I was like, oh, baby.
Yes, you did.
Do you not think I was undressing you with my eyes when I saw this? Yes, I was. But I was also doing that when we were married. But that doesn't mean I had the right to do that, even when guys do that. But guess what? Hold on. When nothing is taught to people in the right way, horrible things are going to happen.
Totally agree.
And until that happens, just because somebody doesn't wear what might be appropriate, doesn't matter. I've said this since we started dating. And I've had to remind myself because at times I'm like, I don't know how I still have you. I don't deserve you. But think of dating or a relationship as if you are going to a restaurant. You're looking at the menu, trying to decide what you want to eat. Same thing with looking for a spouse or someone to date, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you figure out what you want. You get that. You got it. That means you're on a diet, okay? But just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to look at the rest of the menu. Not meaning I'm going to go over here. I like this entree better, so I'm going to just stay here, get rid of what I had. No. Everybody's going to look. I don't care who you are.
I totally agree with you. And yes, I love the menu comparison because if you are a restaurant, you have the meal, you know what you like, it's always your go-to. Wow, that looks good over there. But I love what I've got right here. And this is my favorite meal. And that may look good, but I'm not going to have it. So I agree. Everybody looks. Everybody looks.
How many times have we done? There's even a movie called Hall Pass.
Yep.
We've even said in the past that, oh, well, I wouldn't say even a hall pass, like a celebrity pass. If you were offered to, if you could sleep with any celebrity you wanted to, and that was my pass and nobody could get mad, we had a celebrity.
There was. And funny enough.
Do tell. What is funny?
You did a movie with said celebrity.
I did.
You did a movie with the celebrity. But
when being on that said movie, when they said, I thought my 3 days of filming was done, they said, no, we need you here for like the next 3 weeks. I said, uh-oh. I've already checked out of the hotel. They're like, you aren't supposed to. Nobody told me that. I didn't know I got moved into a position where I was stuck.
Right.
Which was not bad. But knowing you were really cool and knowing nothing would happen, I still called you and said, hey, so that 3 days that I was only supposed to be here turned into 3 weeks. I'm calling to let you know this. I'll be home on weekends. But I was not about to go, hey, I'm staying here with The Rock.
Yeah. No.
You and the kids can stay at home.
No. Well, and here's the difference of that. This was, as we've matured and as we understood, is, yeah, he is a great looking dish on the menu. I don't think any man or woman will argue that whatsoever. He is a great looking dude. And yes, he may be fun to look at and be like, that looks good over there. But at that point in time, you had your dish that you've decided to always have forever and ever. And I knew that.
that dish is so filling, I couldn't even stomach dessert.
Exactly. So, I totally get that. So people are going to look.
Yes.
They're definitely going to look. And I agree.
Whether you're wearing something sexy or revealing or not.
Yes, and I know that. Okay, where maybe I misspoke a little bit on husbands, agree, is husbands and wives are a team. They operate as one. And all I was saying is if a man or woman is wearing something that spouse is not overly happy or comfortable with, they at least can talk about it and have a discussion with it. I do believe most men are going to want to see their wives in as little as possible.
Except the guy that wanted his wife to have Ozempic right after giving birth.
Well, that guy sucks.
He
Y'all
really does.
haven't heard
I
that
hope
episode.
that guy listens.
Go back to that episode and
And
listen.
she
You'll
has
understand.
learned some stuff from us.
But purity culture has blamed the women.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's blamed the women. So just a few things that it completely misses is it's teaching men get a pass. This is just how they're wired. Women, you better control that. You better cover up and, wear a comforter all the live long day and never show anything. Otherwise, he's going to lust after you, and that's your fault that he's doing that. Could not be further from the truth.
Well, that makes me think of the last episode we did. I think it was the last episode where the women were, maybe it was 2 episodes ago, but the women were the ones who were, I'm covering my hair because it helps me keep my mouth shut.
It was 2 episodes ago. That was the one
Yes.
where there's this group of people who think women should lose the right
Yes.
to vote. Yes.
They are the ones who are the patriarchy kind, where the men are in control and women have to do everything that the men say.
Yes.
And I feel like that's kind of twisted in with the purity.
I agree.
If your hair's covered, nobody can see about your hair. Why does my hair matter?
I think it's more of a control thing than anything else.
Absolutely.
And I think even this kind of comes from a
That's
control.
what I'm saying. It kind of goes together.
Control thing. I think is a whole lot less about men not lusting. Because let's just be real, there will become a point in time if you're wearing a sheet, if you're wearing a bed sheet, men are still going to lust.
Wonder what she's
It's
back
just
under there.
going to happen. So men have to be able to be taught self-control, and ultimately we have to be taught that sex is not dirty.
It is not.
It is very valuable. That women, you do not cause sin. Sin entered this world from the beginning. It's there.
Well, technically, it wasn't.
Well,
at the beginning, but
yes, but not
in the beginning. There was this girl named Eve.
Yes, and that's a whole nother conversation for.
And maybe
for
that's where
another
they
day.
get all this. They think that, the root of all evil is sin that the woman brought here. And we're not naked still because of that.
Yeah, and what this is, it's taught, and ultimately this has taught us, and that desire is something to be ashamed of.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. It's good to desire one another.
You would think
And it's
that people
human
would want to continue
desire
to desire
someone else. So women, it's not on you. You don't need to worry about managing men's thoughts. Men, you have to learn self-control.
Well, how are they supposed to learn self-control?
Well, here's the first thing. Understand that sex is not dirty. It's not dirty. Church world has made it out to be dirty. We talked about this in our small group and have talked about it often. The church has done an awful job with singles.
Oh, yes.
Terrible job with singles to be able to teach them, one, that they're not broken because they're single. Two, understanding that being single is okay. The sexual side of being single, those thoughts and those desires, that they are not bad. We have to start teaching people that sex is good. God created it. It's amazing. It's a gift, but there's a proper way to do it. It is between husband and wife. That's how he created it. And he's the creator of it all. So, one, that sex is not dirty. Two, that desire is not a sin. That is human nature. It's going to happen. Because I think whenever people get to the point where they have desire, they have those feelings, they start thinking about sex, They've been conditioned to think, well, now you're bad, and now you're shameful. You should feel guilty. You should feel bad about yourself. You're broken. You're no good.
Turn it off like a light switch. It's a nifty little Mormon trick.
Oh, thank you, Book of Mormon.
But also, I feel like people can also confuse desire with lust.
Totally.
And lusting is bad.
Lusting is bad.
You should gouge your eye out.
It's exactly what Jesus says.
Exactly.
If your eye causes you to lust, you should gouge it out. Now, that does not mean you need to go gouge your eye out necessarily. But what he is saying is that, hey,
I mean, he did use parodies, but
if that is causing your problem, you're better to not have it at all than causing your problem, than to separating you from
at it.
Yes, desire is it's fine. Desire is good. Desire is being hungry, but it's eating 7 double cheeseburgers, 3 pizzas, and an entire cake in one sitting. That's bad.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we see here. There's good, but you don't want it to cause you to stumble, cause you to sin. And ultimately, the responsibility, it's everyone's. It's our own responsibilities to be able to control our thoughts.
Yeah.
Manage our thoughts.
We even preach this to our children. Control what you can control. And the only thing that you can really control is yourself.
It is. It is. It's someone said to me recently, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% how you react or respond to it. And that's ultimately it. And we are in a culture today where everything is everyone else's fault and problem. And we're just going to point the finger to everyone else. Well, she caused me to sin by dressing like that. Have some self-control. How do you have self-control? Well, you got to pray for it. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing with God and how he works, when you pray for things, it's not like he's just going to, oh, okay, you have full self-control now. What he's going to do is going to say, all right, I'm here for you, and I want you to have this, but now I'm going to give you an opportunity to practice self-control.
You're going to get tempted more than you've ever been tempted before.
Yes. Yes,
just to see if you are going to, okay, you prayed for it. So in those moments when you are tempted, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to pray about it. Are you going to pray? Or are you going to go fall into that temptation?
Yes. Have people who can help you with this. This is the biggest thing I think of all of this is have people who can help keep you accountable. Have those people in your lives who have access to all of your stuff, who you can call or send a text, maybe whenever you're starting to feel a certain way, who can help you walk through it. And ultimately, understanding sex starts outside of the bedroom. It does.
Can you explain that for my dirty mind to understand?
First, I have to know what your dirty mind is thinking.
It starts outside the bedroom, so we finish it in there? Do we start in the kitchen?
You can. Kitchen. Basement, I mean, all over the place. But what I'm talking about is that many of the sex problems we talk about and we see in our world are many outside factors. It's not actually stuff happening in the bedrooms. Because this whole idea of the purity culture, when people do get married, and that's kind of what we're transitioning to now, is when they are married and they have these problems, these sex problems, it really has to do a whole lot more with everything outside of the bedroom. It's not the actual act itself. It's unresolved trauma, unresolved conflict, emotional distance, resentment, anger, frustration, bitterness, lack of communication. It is all of those other things. Because from the very beginning, we were taught sex is bad. But then whenever we are married, okay, you can have it now. Well, I've been told my whole life that this is bad. Been told my whole life that I shouldn't do this. Been told my whole life I should be this way. And now I have no idea how to actually navigate this at all.
I can see that. But at the same time, I don't know if there's been research done on this, but I'm sure that there is. The amount of people that actually wait to have sex until they're married. I know that's becoming a bigger number now.
It's a good thing.
but there's not a big number that wait. I just don't think, I don't know how you go from, I mean, even if you have sex before you're married and then you get married, not to the person or people you have had sex with, are they still thinking it's bad and they don't know what to do with it?
Currently,
Oh, you have numbers.
quick Google search, so we'll see. I'm not sure how accurate this is. Approximately currently in the United States, only 5 to 10% of people wait until marriage to have sex.
Yeah. It's my
Premarital sex is nearly universal, with research indicating that upwards towards 90% of Americans have sex before marriage. So there you go.
That was probably, I was going to say about 90% of people are having sex way before. And people are also having sex at a way younger age now.
Yes, they are. Unfortunately, they are. Kids,
Middle school.
Middle schoolers are out there having sex.
I've even been told 5th grade. And these aren't
That's
people,
crazy.
and these aren't kids that are like forcing other kids to do it. These are probably kids that are being molested and things that are being done at home, and they kind of like it. So they try it with their friends.
I can see that.
So all the trauma that happens with sex. Then in high school, middle school, probably a lot more, especially for boys, when they're starting to hit puberty and things are starting to stand up.
Things are changing, and
that they have never understood.
It's true.
And then they start watching porn. And when you start watching porn, you start thinking, oh, well, yeah, that's what sex is like. It's not.
No, it's definitely not.
It is not. They get paid a lot of money to be abused, essentially.
That's exactly what it is.
Beat up their bodies.
That's exactly what it is. And unfortunately, a lot of people think, those people who get into that industry, you see it with like OnlyFans and stuff now. People think that's the career, that's the path, that's how I get rich.
It ain't about the money, y'all.
No, that's
You
not.
can't take it. When you die, you can't take that money. It might be left for somebody else. But what good is that going to do you when you're dead?
Ultimately, it all comes down to God had a better way for it.
Yep.
If we had just listened to him.
And because we have free will, we are going to screw up every single time. Even if we claim we are Christians,
We're going to mess it up.
we are no good.
No, we're going to find a way to screw it up. And we have done that when it comes to sex and teaching the next generations the proper way, how it was created, how it was designed. We've messed it up. I think ultimately the biggest way to help correct that is parents, you have to have conversations with your kids.
Hard conversations.
Difficult conversations with your children. The church needs to do a better job of teaching singles about this, being there for singles instead of saying, well, just don't do it. Pray more. Doesn't work that way.
Guarantee those people that are saying that were the ones who were having sex before marriage.
Which, I mean, obviously, yes, pray about it. There's all that stuff. Don't do it. But there's a right way and a tactful way to go about that. Let them know, hey, I know this is hard. Here's how we do this. And I will be there with you every step of the way. Mm-hmm. I will help teach you. That's the only way to help cure and correct every bit of this. So purity culture's got it all wrong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pisses me off that people, and this is another reason why being a Christian, you get a bad reputation because, oh, well, if you're a Christian, you think this. No, not all Christians do.
No.
I don't agree with what purity culture is teaching. I don't think that a girl should have to cover up because a guy's going to do something stupid.
Totally agree. Totally agree with you.
But that doesn't give a guy the right to go out and do things to a girl because she's dressed like that.
Absolutely not.
It's a two-way street.
Mm-hmm. Men, you have to be held responsible. You have to be accountable. Be accountable for your actions, for your thoughts, for what you do. You have to be accountable.
Now, if you're dressing like that and you're going to places where you know those type of things are going to happen, girls, stop being stupid.
Yes, don't be stupid. So, any final thoughts?
I love you.
I love you. Before we get out of here, let's talk about Sunny and Stoked.
Let's do it.
Everyone, pause right now. Go to sunnyandstoked.com. Enter promo code MarriedAF for 20% off, because Sunny and Stoked was formed in the summer of 2020 with a simple motto: don't be boring. Founded by husband and wife Ben and Jessica Wells, the two self-proclaimed beach bums and adventure lovers, the brand was born from a love of beach days, salt air, mountaintops, road trips, and chasing the next good time. What began as a small passion project quickly grew into a lifestyle. Sunny and Stoked is all about creating fun apparel that captures that feeling of being outside with your favorite people, soaking up the sun and wondering where the next adventure will take you. For the sun chasers, adventure lovers, and good timers, visit sunnyandstoked.com. Use promo code MarriedAF for 20% off your entire order.
You can also go to their website through our Married AF podcast.
Yes, if you go to the Married AF podcast under our partners, you'll see Sunny and Stoked. You'll also see Kingdom and Dwell there as well. Make sure to visit them, check out their stuff, especially when it comes time for beach season.
It's not far off.
You gotta have the stuff. You gotta look good.
Don't be boring.
Don't be boring. Look good, play good. That's always been the motto. You want to have a good time at the beach, you got to look good while you're there. You know, wear the clothes. So sunnyandstoked.com, 20% off Married AF. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
All right, God, we love you. We are so thankful for everything that you do. We are thankful for this platform that you have given us. Our prayer is that we will steward what you have given us well, that you will take it to the people who need to hear it, who need to experience you, who need to grow in their relationships, that there's no topic that's off limits. Whatever it looks like, bring it to us. We will speak for you. Just allow yourself to speak through us in everything that we do. We love you. We thank you for all that you've done and what you continue to do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.